So what I ended up doing was taking the heads off all these screws. Looks like they've got a little clip you can replace, little fender clip there. Went then and sliced them with a grinder long ways, and then, or long ways this way, and then popped them off with a cold chisel. It was real easy. Didn't use up much of my battery on my grinder. Well, I got the hood off, or at least the side of the hood off. Here's what we're working with. It's kind of first look. I haven't really looked much myself. Looks fairly complete. Not much going on. I'm going to work on trying to strip this intake off and get in there, because as you can see, those plugs are way up in there. And then I'll get out my bore scope and we'll see what we got. Alright, so we're getting someplace here. We got the wires kind of, I just cut them. There really wasn't much left of any of them. They were all pretty well bare. Fuel line unhooked. This is some kind of a vent line here, unhooked. 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts off, and this thing should slide right off here. Well, maybe not. Stand by. Alright, round 2. I thought this was a pressed in thing here. This air tube, it is not. It appears it's one piece, or maybe it's now one piece after sitting for 40 years. So pop that up, and now we're going to pull this thing off here. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh, no. Round 3. Missed something else. Alright, progress has been made. All that was holding it up was this here. This is the carburetor linkage, and all it really was that it goes through. It doesn't appear that there's a pin or anything that retains it. It looks like it was just stuck along with everything else. But you can see we got flappers in the intake. Of course, that's pretty well stuck. Carburetor actually does kind of, now it kind of moves. That's the throttle side. Most of this linkage appears to be stuck. This spring here is destroyed. I don't even know where to start looking for one of those, but honestly, the ports are black, not rusty, so we may have a shot at this. Alright, I'm going to get the bore scope out and let's see what we can find. Alright, so we got the plugs out of it. Here's what we're working with. Please remember to bring your 7/8 socket next time, because I brought a shallow 7/8, not a deep 7/8, so I had to knock the porcelain off to get them out. We have a problem. Every one of them, it's full of rust. And rust packed up in. And these are very old style plug. Very different, long reach. I don't know if we can see this, but there is literally rust piled in the spark plug holes. Maybe not as much that one. It's hard to see. But yeah, we got significant rust. I'm gonna go find my bore scope and we'll go from there. Alright, so we knocked the this belly pan off of it. It goes up under here. Obviously it's in pretty rough shape. Got into it with the chain a couple times, I would say, over its life, but this is the first one of these I've ever seen. I've never owned one that had one of those before. That's always gone. So anyway, now we're going to try to fish a pipe wrench up in here and see if we can get that starter drive to move. Obviously I'm going to spray it and tap on it and stuff before I do it, but that's the only way I can think of to get it to move. The hand clutch tractor I have, it came with these fenders on it. These are really nice set of fenders and fender extensions, but they have been commandeered by the Super H I should say, because this is in my opinion the much cooler tractor of the two. I've been trying to complete this tractor for a while now. We're gonna have a lot of stuff coming up on it. We're gonna remove this steering post. I've got a whole nother steering post and light post set up off another tractor. We're actually going to put a different head on this tractor. This tractor has a kerosene head on it. I have a gas head, so there's going to be a video coming up on that. We're going to play with the 9-speed a little bit. That shifts into the low side kind of funky. Work on hydraulic hoses. Obviously we're going to get rid of that remote valve there. I have a Christmas tree valve we're going to try to rig up on this. This has all been bypassed here internally somehow, or it's broken, and so we're gonna figure out how to replumb all of that so it works right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mount the Christmas tree valve right here, and there's a big pipe plug right there sticks out of the side of that. And so we'll have a two-way remote with it, and then we'll have a one-way remote with this valve here, because I have some implements that I need one for one and one for the other. So we're gonna rig all that up, make it look good. Obviously we're gonna leave the power steering on it and all that. We're gonna figure out how to plumb it all together so that it all functions. But yeah, that's some of the upcoming stuff we're gonna do on this. We're actually gonna have to put a rim on this tractor too at some point. I don't know where the valve stem is. This rim is really nice, but right there, and the camera's not going to focus real well. That rim is gone right there. So the other side's fine. It's just that one. So we're gonna have to do that. I really want to put some new tires on the front. These are kind of rotten, not a ton of tread. We may put these on the 400. I believe they're the same size rims, but we may put these on the 400 if we can get it running, and then get a new set for this. I need to check also, because I need to set tires for the John Deere for the front also. These might fit that. I don't know. These would be easier to put on the 400 because it should be the same hubs and everything. Wouldn't have to dismount them, just swap the rims. I actually have another H. It's a post-war H. It's the late 40s. That I actually have owned for a year and only seen twice. That is the parts tractor for this one. It's been over at a local shop getting a tire put on. The rim was blown out on it to the point it wouldn't hold air, and at the time I bought it, it had a 3-point on it. I took the 3-point off, sent it over there to get the tire fixed, and it's taken him a year to fix the tire and rim. So, but we'll get that back eventually. And then that's where we're going to take the head. We're going to swap the heads on the two tractors. We're going to swap the steering post over from that one to this one. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. We may part that one out. We may put it back together with the leftovers from this one. I really don't know what we're going to do. We need to put brakes on this tractor that has no brakes. Like maybe 3% brakes. That should pretty much round it out for mechanical restoration type stuff. Fix the head, replumb the hydraulics and brakes, and then we'll start with cosmetic stuff. It's got a substantial dent out in the hood there, or the grill I mean. Most of the bars are pretty square, but got a lot to go there. And like I said, the rim and tire. So.